I think that as a defense we're underachieving a little bit, but I think that comes with just a little lack of inexperience. But I think over the UCF game, I think they did make some strides, but obviously not good enough to get us a W. But we just got to continue to work our fundamentals, our execution, and then we got to make plays. And that was the bottom line. Last week, I thought, in general as a defense and with my outside backers, they executed what they were supposed to do. Now it's just making more plays. And, that's what I think in general as a team that we got to do is just be able to execute and then be playmakers.
Did you foresee Sione having the kind of impact that he's been having recently?
Yeah, I think, we all kind of saw that during fall camp. He came in right away and we knew he could pass rush right off the bat. So that's why we moved him from inside backer to outside backer. And, as the season goes on, I think he's going to continue to make a big impact with our team.
His health hasn't been great. Is Bronson the right fit at the right spot for you now that you look at it through 6 games?
Yeah, ever since spring ball and fall camp, I've seen it now. It's just a lot of it is, barely had any practice in fall camp. Really, he's only played in 3 games. And so as the season goes on, he's going to continue to get better. He's going to continue to get more productive, going to feel more comfortable. Obviously, there's things that we did with Kyle and with other guys out there that we're not going to be able to do with Bronson, but there's things that we're going to be able to do with Bronson we weren't able to do with those other guys, and we have done, which showed up last week in the Central Florida game. So as he continues to get healthy and gets comfortable at the position, I think he'll be more productive out there.
Are you planning on having Alani this weekend or not?
Still up in the air. We'll wait to see. It's kind of a day-by-day thing, and we'll really make, I think, that decision on Thursday or Friday.
What did you learn about the young guys, Sione and Fred Warner? And
Kai
even.
Yeah, they. We knew all along all those guys were really good athletes, and we just didn't know if they could make plays. And on Thursday night, we learned that those guys could make plays. Every single one of those guys made plays. And so now it's just being able to find a role for those guys, especially when guys start to get healthy. We know that we got to play Kai. We know that we got to play Sione. We got to play Fred. And so when Alani gets healthy, when Craig gets healthy, we'll find a role for those guys because they showed up, in really a critical game for us with the spotlight on them, and they came out and I thought they performed really well.
Did you assess the special teams at this point in the season?
Yeah, I thought the first 4 games we did really, really well. I think our kickers have been the highlight of special teams, especially our punter and our kicker. And then I think the last 2 games we've taken a step back. Really didn't do much against Utah State. It was kind of just, really didn't have anything that stood out. But last week, the thing that really killed us is Scott didn't kick the ball great on the punt team, and then the 2 things that I thought changed the game was the kickoff return right after we were up 24-10, which set them up for a touchdown and then a punt return. Really, they had 3 big punt returns. One that was really crucial that set them up for a touchdown and tie it up. And so those 2 kicks right there, those 2 returns, really just killed us. And as much as we helped our team win against Virginia, I thought we helped our team lose the game against Central Florida. And if we don't give up those 2 big returns, I think we won the game, personally, in my opinion. With everything else, not worrying about what happened on offense or defense. If we don't give up those 2 big returns, I think we win the game.
Was that a product of fatigue or new guys in position?
You know what? I would say the guys that are on the punt team, those guys battled. I was proud of those guys. Jordan Leslie, Sky Pove, Algie Brown, Paul Asike. Guys that are playing basically every single rep on offense and defense. But that's how we design our punt team. And those guys know it going into the game. They know that's basically another offense or defensive play. And so we we did rotate some guys in there at the end because I think we punted the ball 10 or 11 times. And so they did get a lot of reps. But, they know going into the game they're going to get a lot of reps on that if, we end up punting the ball. But we try to put our best guys on our punt team because we believe that team is going to have the biggest effect on the outcome of the game and field position.
Are you going to rotate your punt returner, or are you going to settle on one eventually?
Yeah, I think we saw some things from Keanu Nelson that, I liked. So I liked seeing him in there. I think Mitch Juergens has been our most productive guy. Devon is kind of hit and miss. I think really he's just trying too hard to make a big play, and he just needs to go out there and do what the scheme tells him to do. And sometimes he tries to go out of what it tells him to do. But for right now, I think we're gonna stick with Mitch and probably give Keanu more of a role, and see if Devon can settle down a little bit and execute a little better.
Sione was kind of under the radar recruiting, and Fred Warner was kind of more hype. Did you guys know what you had? Did you know you kind of had a hidden gem?
Oh yeah, we've known Sione. Ever since he was like a freshman, he's been coming to our camps, and he was. I think he people knew about him. I mean, he was a highly recruited kid out of Southern California. I don't think he had the attention because he had BYU in mind the whole entire time, and so I think people knew that, so they didn't recruit him as hard. But I mean, we knew all along. If you watch Sione's film from high school, I mean, that guy's a player, and loves football, and so I'm anxious to see him continue to grow.
Wasn't there a time this summer where it was kind of hit and miss whether he'd actually be in fall camp?
Yeah, there were some things that he did during the summertime that kind of put him in jeopardy to be on the team, but he took care of those things and it has been great. He's a great kid, very respectful, and just really trying to get used to the environment here at BYU. He's really not had much structure in his life. So really this is the first time he's had structure, and an amazing kid to be around. And our team loves him, and just anxious to see him continue to grow and develop as a player.
When you went into a UCF without Donald Leonard, and then Jordan goes out, and then Craig goes out, what was being said on the headset around that time?
Yeah, we knew right away that we had to get Kai Nakua in. And even though he'd never played before, we all felt comfortable. Kai's really smart, understands the scheme really well. The one thing you just never know about Kai is if he is going to be in the right spot. He knows what to do, but it was just if he's going to be in the right spot, and kind of a little sporadic at times, but he was super assignment sound, and like I said before, made some plays, and going forward, we know now that we got to play him because he looked really good out there.
Teams are really airing it out against you guys right now.
Yeah.
How to combat that?
Yeah, we just really got to tighten up our coverage. We just have, you look over the past 4 or 5 years, we're running the same exact defense that was one of the best teams in the country in pass efficiency defense, and so we got a lot of guys out there that really haven't played much, and it's just really getting them experience and just getting reps in practice. We've been working a lot with Skelly, been doing more time with Skelly, and just the focus with Coach Hal, with the whole group, with our back 7 guys, and just making sure those guys are all on the same page, because really that's what it comes down to, is just getting those guys all on the same page and communicating and exchanging routes and those type of things.
Not to make light at all, you guys got out of UCF without an offside penalty on kickoff. Was that something you guys drilled down?
Oh yeah. Let's just say there's a 250 burpee protocol if anybody jumps off sides from now on. So we put that in practice last Tuesday, and
worked.
That they got their attention.
Okay.
So.
What do you see from from Nevada coming up this week?
Yeah, really good quarterback that can run, can throw it, and a really good scheme. They have a great scheme, and they do a lot of really good things to put their guys in position to make plays. And so really it's based around the quarterback, though, just the way that he can run and he can throw. As that guy goes, their team goes. And so we got to do a great job of shutting that guy down.
The outside backer job and role in that seems pretty big as far as contain and
Yeah.
as far as coverage.
Yeah, a lot of the time with a lot of the calls that we have, the outside backer is going to have the quarterback in the zone read stuff, and so they just got to be very fundamentally sound, not chasing the dive, making sure they stay, on their keys, and just playing the quarterback.
Are the quarterbacks you've seen this year? Fajardo, where is he?
Best one, no question. He's the best one we played so far this year.